highlighting all the local and national stories which impact you.
Isn't it amazing that the issues we had in the 60s with people killing us, now we're killing us, and we're not saying anything about it? Had white people come through Milwaukee and started killing black people, the world would have stopped on its axis because so many people would have shown up to defend the neighborhood. But yet crime is literally out of control, and we're talking about it. It's an issue. What is your plan? What's the secret?
Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
Milwaukee, like many other major cities in the United States, has some issues that we have to work on, and that's no secret. And I've been talking about those issues over the course of my campaign for mayor. You're joking, right? Talking about it? Where's the plan? We keep talking about plans, talking about strategies. Where is the plan? What are we doing?
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
It's decimating the black community. Yeah, because y'all don't eat right. So when you get sick because you don't eat right, because you're overweight, and nobody tells you because we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, because we live in a world now where if you hurt somebody's feelings, you might get arrested. It's ridiculous. Idiotic. If you know you're not supposed to have certain things because you have diabetes, don't eat it. Oh, but it tastes so good. Okay. Tell that to your children and your grandchildren who won't see you because you decided to eat. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
Ooh. Ooh.
Our title today, yesterday. Number one.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. I want to say thank you in absentia to Tory Lowe for hanging out with him and Kyle Wallace in his absence. He's on assignment, so I took an hour or so. I don't even know, 2 hours, something like that. I don't know. You just go and you don't really think about it. And so it was kind of cool hanging out with Kyle Wallace and Benjamin and everybody hanging out. So 833-212-1017. So I got a question. So, and a typo at the same time. Why did I try to present myself as being more than I was? Right? Like, why'd I do that? Why do I try to present myself? Well, I kind of used to do that. Now I don't really do it that much. I don't know what that means, but think about that. So I used to do this because, well, I constantly compared myself to others I deemed important or successful. And upon self-examination, I kind of found myself lacking. Right? Readily admit that. My issue was I kept taking like a mental picture of myself and the other successful person, isolated in time, making a comparison that was, and I was dismayed with what the picture showed, right? No car, no house, no boat, no salary, no second house, no travel, no wealth, no nothing. When I look at my life today, at times, I still reflect on growing up poor and fatherless and my mother being on welfare. I talked about that before. And back when owning Converse All-Stars, y'all know, Chucks, meant you were firmly in the economic middle class. I wore the $4.99 plastic, gym shoe. They wasn't cross trainers and athletic shoes and all that. And got laughed about. Got laughed at, talked about, all that stuff. So even my entry into Boy Scouts, which I hold in high esteem as an Eagle Scout, was met with resistance. My peers in scouting, I remember one time we were on a bike hike and one of them said, "You're so poor, you couldn't even afford a bike to ride. We had to give you one. And sometimes the truth hurts. And if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. And so as I write, as I say this, as I think about this, it's still like painful to my core. The things people I called my friends did and said to me in elementary school, middle school, high school, things I wouldn't say or do to another person to this day. I have to control my emotions as I say this, yet I have to also be the one to share the power of forgiveness and what forgiveness brings. And before you mitigate my experience and say, well, other people have been through worse, or you should let it go, know that possibly the insensitivity they brought is a reflection of the wall they created to withstand their own hurt. Just, one of the possible reasons. But I digress. All of this is a part of my total life experience and makes me the man I am today. So to remove it or to forget any aspect of my life is to dismiss the experience and wisdom I received. Still, I constantly have to override the voice in my head telling me it's not enough. Being the only male in my immediate family, 2 sisters and a mother, no father, I longed for friendship, yet I was always the odd person out. I was teased growing up. I was bullied growing up, beat up growing up, lunch money took, lunch bag took, all that. Even stole my coat. And when I tried to make myself equal to my peers, I was rejected because my peers could not believe I could really attain anything in life. I wasn't considered smart. I wasn't popular in college. I wasn't popular in high school. I was below average in others' eyes. And unfortunately, at the time, I embraced it. I tried new haircuts, new clothes, joining church, singing in a choir, and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't being accepted. And it wasn't until years later, somebody said, hey, dude, people are afraid of what you would become. People saw your light. They tried to break the bulb before you could turn it on. And around 30 years of age, you know what I did? I stopped trying to fit in, and I became me. My attitude, my personality began to reflect me. I stopped talking and dressing like everybody else and became who I am today. Ironically, people still call me names. At first, I was bothered by it, but then I realized that when you do not acquiesce to other people's needs and wants and requests, they don't like you. You become, what do they call it? Difficult and hard to work with. I say, so be it. I refuse to change who I am for the sake of someone else. Others love my attributes and personality when it serves their purpose. And when it doesn't, they avoid me. And you know what? That's fine. I'm glad I can be of help. Note, you should probably remember that I gave up on you a long time ago. The strange part of these situations is others didn't realize I recognize their intentions. It's one thing for me to be ignorant and have people take advantage of me. It's another thing to know people think I'm ignorant and they don't know I recognize they're trying to take advantage of me, and they try to take advantage of me anyway. See, I now know better, so now I do better. So these are all new challenges for each day for each of us. There are new heights to reach for each of us. My goal is to leave a significant legacy for my family. I spent a lifetime striving for what I needed or wanted in the future. I acknowledge I have less lifetime horizon than many of you listening. So do I speed up and make sure next year is better than this year and this year is better than last year? No. See, we've been told we have to be better each year. We've been told we have to do more, have more, be better than last year. And it kind to my mind to fulfill my goal of living a fruitful life and living a legacy. I don't have to be better than I was last year. I don't have to be better than anyone else. I just have to be better than yesterday.